Andrew, do you know who Chase Young is?
Yeah, of course.
No. My point is, I don't either.
Before I said that Cade Cunningham would never be an All-Star, and I just wanted to double down on that.
Oh,
I just
We're back
going
with
on with
another.
Mike's video.
I know.
The college national championships has just rounded up, and we have our winners. We got NBA playoffs coming around, the NFL draft coming around. Oh, it's an exciting time. Let's go. What's going on, Jam Packed? I'm MK. I'm your host here with John M83, Tesla Batman Mace, and Uncle Drewski. What's going on, fellas?
Mike driving in the car.
Yes, sir.
Somebody got to tune in. Got to tune in, man. Got to tune in. What's going on, fellas? How you doing tonight?
Great.
Am I delayed? Is that what's going on? Am I super delayed?
No, everyone else is quiet. I don't know why. John, you're muted.
Yeah, John, you're muted. Anyways, breaking news: Florida just won the national championship in one of the two only mad games of March Madness. Well deserved. Did
Most
anybody watch the
definitely.
game? Go ahead, Drew. I know you watched it.
They pulled a Houston. They pulled a Houston on Houston. So
On Houston.
Houston did it to Duke on Saturday, and now Florida did it to Houston. Man, great defensive play to win the game at the very end, right there. That guy, was it Clayton? I think Clayton jumped out of there to play defense on that three.
It wasn't just that; it was the whole possession. LJ Cryer was going for three. I mean, they stopped like three threes on that play. That's why Houston didn't drive it and try to kick it with like 15 seconds left. I have no idea, but I mean, it was clearly they're going for the three for the win.
Yeah.
Florida played great.
TeslaMase is on the drive. Sounding out like Wally, the
So,
robot. Go ahead.
Okay, but just put yourself in the position of that 3-point shooter. You know, he kind of drops the ball, throws it down at the ground. I know, like he was probably going to get blocked, but at that point, you just kind of got to launch it, right? Like, put more arch. Like I don't know. Like throwing it on the ground just doesn't seem like the right play.
Andrew, did you watch the play, Andrew?
Yeah, I watched it like from a few different angles.
No, that wasn't the play. They got the ball at 15 seconds left. They ran two other guys trying for that guy got the ball with 5 seconds left.
Yeah,
like the whole possession. I mean, I agree with you. Yes, the guy needs to put it up. Like, you know, it's 5 seconds left. What do you expect to happen? You can get it blocked, get your own rebound, and throw it up again. But like that wasn't the play. Like Florida blew up the play, the stagger screen on the top, like 2 different times. You know, like they played an amazing defense. But again,
100%.
why Houston didn't like try to drive the ball? I just beyond me. Like, you got 3 guards out there. Like, go inside and then kick someone open. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Driving
bad
kick.
play call. Like, they didn't even get the ball inside the key with 15 seconds left on the possession. Like it's just mind-boggling to me.
And they're also only down 2, so like.
Right. In the bonus. Like, they're getting
Worst
2 free
case, they
throws
get
if
a
they get
layup.
fouled.
or they get fouled on the drive. Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying, like, after they screwed it up, like, don't just throw the ball on the ground. Just jack it.
Oh,
Like,
snap. Check
Totally.
out who it is. It's Weirdo. No, we haven't figured out your identity yet. It is what it is. You're just Weirdo to us now.
You figured out my.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Dude, it's been kind of a weird March Madness, right? I get it. They're young kids, probably not put in that situation very often, which is why you end up getting weird situations, weird plays. Even more so in college than you do the NBA. I mean, I get the competition level is more prevalent in college, but I mean, it just cares to them a little bit more than the NBA guys, I guess it seems. But kudos to Florida. Kudos Florida for winning their national championship.
SEC.
We're not going to call out TeslaMase for calling that national championship game at all. Nope.
Yeah.
No flowers.
Make sure you look at 1st through 4th in our pool. A bunch of Masons there.
Yeah, I was just about to read that. I'm like, okay. In our group, top 4, all from TeslaMase's family. That's great. Number 5, Dax. Where's Dax at? Dax gets some kudos. Big Daxy.
Number 5th place. He picked Florida to win.
Yeah. I'm in at number 6. Drew's in at 7. Jack. My man Jack. He's in at coming in at 8th. And then rounding up the top 10, you got Uncle Drewski's girls. Quinn and McCall.
Quinny, you got 9th or 8th.
Yeah.
You got top 10.
9th. Yep, she got top 10. She's like, yeah, what did I get top 10 for? I love it. Hey, kudos to UConn girls basketball team for winning their national championship.
Paige Buckets.
Dude, Paige Buckets indeed.
Yeah.
As far as their coach goes, Coach Gino, where would you rank him all time in coaching history over all coaches?
I don't have him up there. I do not. No. Here's the thing. A lot of his championships came when it was UConn and then everybody else, right? Like, I mean, this was probably, in my opinion, the best win for him because he wasn't supposed to win. Like they weren't clearly, if you were a good female basketball player for many, many years of his championships, you go to UConn or nowhere, right? Like, this was the most, I mean, he hasn't won in 8 years? I mean, that to me proves that he's not the best coach out there. Like, not saying he's not, right? But he doesn't belong, in my opinion. That's just my thoughts.
Interesting. Any thoughts, John, Drew?
No comment.
No, nothing, Drew. Well,
I don't know enough, man.
Here's my take. In 40 years, Coach Gino has been to 24 Final Fours. I get that for a long time, a lot of his championships. I mean, and what, he's got 12 titles now. He's only lost 1 championship game, so he's only been to the title game once and lost. And I get for a long time, girls basketball was UConn, but does that not speak to how well he recruits?
That's fair.
Or the discipline of his teams?
Yes, it does. But your question was comparing him to other all-time great coaches. I just don't think I don't think you can. I mean, the numbers are there, obviously. I just don't think you can. Like they had no competition really.
Fair enough.
That's my thought. I mean, I'm not saying he's not good, and they didn't deserve to win, but it's if you were a good female basketball player, you went to UConn, and that was that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like-
UConn was always stacked.
Yeah.
I hadn't gone to a coaching thing with Coach Gino there, and his biggest recruiting thing for girls was he would like if he went on a recruiting trip, he wouldn't even watch you play. He would watch to see what you would do on the bench. What were you doing when you weren't playing?
That's pretty cool.
And he said, look, if you're the star player, okay, on your team, but if you got brought out, whether you fouled out, a timeout or what have you, if you were on the bench or anywhere near the bench, I wanted to see how good of a teammate you'd be. How do you interact with your teammates? Are you encouraging them? Which is it was wild. And so, I was able to kind of project that onto the girls that I was coaching. Like, look, there are other ways to contribute to your team besides scoring. You could be the best rebounder. You could be the best defender. You could block the most shots. You can be the best encourager on your team. Like, there's so many other ways you can contribute to the team. Find out where you contribute and be the best at it. Where do you contribute the best? I'm going to give you a heads up. We're probably not going to win a ton of games. You guys just haven't played enough basketball. Most of the time, all the girls that I coached were like first year basketball players. First year basketball players. They're not going to win a ton of games, right? But what I wanted to see is like, okay, one, can we play as a team? Right? Are we getting open shots? Whether you make them or not. Can we work the ball around to get an open shot? If we can get an open shot, I'm okay with that, even if we miss. But those are a lot of the tidbits that Coach Gino was able to throw down. I loved, absolutely loved. Anyways, kudos to UConn for their 12th national title. Cha-ching. Take that to the bank. Okay. Before the let's see, where do I want to go? Ovechkin breaks the scoring record, the hockey scoring record. I know John's got a lot to say about that. That's a lot of goals, bro.
It is a lot of goals, and man, that guy is amazing to watch. He's just he's a scorer every time he touches the ice. That guy is crazy. He scores almost once out of every 3 or 4 games. He's just awesome to see. So glad to have seen that. Wayne Gretzky will always be my favorite hockey player, but man, Ovechkin's literally like my number 2. That guy's amazing.
That's so awesome. We wanted to give him his flowers for sure, because that's anytime you break a record in any professional sport is always a huge thing. I don't believe Cavs didn't play tonight, correct? I don't think they did. I think it was only 2 games. Pistons.
Yeah.
So that being said, the Cleveland Cavaliers need to win out in order to just tie the franchise win record. They could have beaten LeBron's. What was it? Who was it on that team? Drew, was LeBron, Ilgauskas.
67 wins, yeah. Ilgauskas, Mo Williams.
A bunch of nobodies and LeBron, right?
I'm trying to remember. I think Larry Hughes might have been on that team. He might have been off that team by then. They had Daniel Marshall. Daniel Marshall, I remember that guy. He actually tied the record. He holds the tie to the record for the most 3-pointers in one game.
Yeah.
Varejao. Sorry, it's sad. It's hard to remember the names of these guys. Delonte West.
Yep.
Delonte West. You got a good memory, dude.
Yeah,
Bunch of
those,
nobody.
that was the. I remember the Lakers won
but still, he
65
remembers
that
them.
season, and I remember the Cavs won 67. And I remember the Cavs only lost one game at home that entire season, and that was to the Lakers. So, just a little preview of who was going to win the championship that season. But yeah, it was a good.
Remind me
good
how many
time,
Hall
man.
of Famers. Remind me how many Hall of Famers were on the Lakers.
Well, so far, did Powell make the Hall of Fame? I think he made the Hall of Fame, right? So 2.
Okay, how many were on the Cavs?
Um,
Okay, thank you.
Just,
That's
at
just
least
I got mine.
LeBron.
at least one.
Yeah. No one else. I mean, they barely had like a couple years of All Stars there. So.
Exactly. Anyways, they got to win out in order to tie it. They're
Mo
at
Williams was an
62
all-star.
wins right now.
Yeah,
Was
but
that
how
Mo
many years
Williams?
did
Was
Mo
an
Williams
all-star?
make the All Star game?
Huh?
How many
I
years
mean,
did he
it's
make the
not
All
like
Star?
Powell made it every year.
Every year he was with Kobe, he did.
I don't know. Did he?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
All right. With that said, they got to win out in order for the Cavs to tie the franchise record. They're still sitting in first place in the East with 62 wins. Hopefully they can tie it. That'd be kind of cool to see.
Hey, I want to talk about something real quick. Did you guys see Steph Curry last night?
No, I did not.
Someone pull up that stat line for me for Steph Curry if they can, please.
Oh, yep, on it.
Are you talking about the one when he scored 3 points?
Yep, that's the one. I mean, everyone always says, "Hey, man, this guy's 65." Like a couple of weeks ago, right? NBA record 3-pointers. Like, let's call him out. Let's call him out for when he gets 3. Okay.
Yep, good point. Like 1 for 10.
Yeah, 1 for 10, 0 for 9, or 0 for 8 from 3-point land. Like, just saying, like, in a game that they needed to win. No, they lost last night.
I'll be honest. When I saw the stat line, I thought maybe he
they
played
did
like
lose
2
last
minutes.
Yeah, I did too.
33.
I did too. I was like, oh, he must have got injured, right? Like 3 points.
It is the Rockets, though. They're kind of scrappy.
They were at home. No, there's no excuses, bro.
Oh no, I'm just saying that
this is who people say is one of the top 10 players of all time. Like we already talked about the last time LeBron scored under 10 points. This guy put up 3 in a game he did not get injured in.
Fair enough.
Right?
He you know what though? I think that the Amon Thompson, man, that kid is amazing. He's probably one of the surprises of how good he's been this season.
Okay, but like, who was the Kobe stopper, Andrew? Was it a Lance Stevenson? Was it who was the other guy? Right?
Oh, Ruben Patterson was one.
Patterson.
He's the one who coined it, I think. He was the first one. Then it was
right.
Raja Bell.
Rip Hamilton was one. Right. Did Kobe ever get 3 points? Like I'm just saying, like, I don't care who, if Amon Thompson is the best defensive player in the world. Like, Curry, to me, just proved he is not the top 10 player of all time. Yes, he's the greatest shooter. He is the greatest shooter of all time. I will give that.
He's not in my top 10 either. He's never been in my top 10. So,
just a lot of people like put him up there.
I think it's a recency bias on that one right there.
And it could
it's all
be,
the young
but
guys.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
It's like that recency bias where they think Steph's this. There's people saying that Steph Curry is better than Magic Johnson. And I'm just like, he's not a better point guard than Magic Johnson, period. I love Curry. He's just not. Magic Johnson literally walked into the league and won a championship and got the Finals MVP his first season.
Yep, I agree.
And he won the championship he won Game 6 or whatever with Kareem out. Kareem was injured.
Was he is he still the only player in NBA history to win a national title, go into the league year 1 and win the NBA title?
Probably.
I know he was for a long time. I just don't know if it still stands.
Who else would it be?
I mean, there might be some bum on like one of the teams, right? Like,
right,
not like
the
your
main
star player, but yeah,
not the main guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I think Curry might be a top 20 or a top 15 for me.
Apparently, Bro said that Houston had Curry and Rice just nonstop coverage. Just cooking them up.
That was crazy. You know what though? I still think if I saw a series with Warriors versus Houston, I think
Oh,
Warriors
no
win it.
doubt. No
I
doubt.
think Warriors win that series. I'm sorry.
And I don't even think Butler was playing, was he?
He did actually. I checked that
Oh,
too.
did
He
he?
did play,
Okay.
but he also didn't play that well. It was kind of here's the thing. What they were saying too. The Warriors went to and took down the Nuggets. I think it was it a back to back that day. I think what they really should have just, I don't know. They didn't come ready to play. That's all I got to say against Houston.
Yeah, I don't know how we play back-to-back nights. Maybe back in that heyday, but not anymore. There's no way. I don't know how LeBron does it. I heard him complaining about Austin Reeves' lob set him back 3 days. That's how I feel sometimes when we go run, and I'm like, man, I gotta guard the best guy on the other team. Come on, man. I'm like, I'm the oldest guy on the court. Too much. What else is going on in the NBA, Drew? Besides your Lakers maintaining what is that? They in fourth seed now?
No, they're the third seed, bro.
You see that first half 3-pointers they hit? They were hitting like every 3-pointer in that first half yesterday.
Dude, that like everything went right for them yesterday.
So the game against OKC, pretty much the most important things that stood out was, they went 22 for 40 from 3, which is like ridiculous. 55%. And in the first half, I think they were like closer to 65%, I think, in the first half. Luka really came to play. He was hitting his shot. It's kind of like when Luka's not shooting well, if his field goal percentage is down, then they really struggle. When he's hitting shots and everything else opens up, he's creating for everyone. They had like 30 wide open threes. So I'm sorry, if NBA players are wide open, they're just gonna hit those threes at that clip. So it's kind of like bad defense by OKC. I don't know what was going on because usually their defense is really good. And then the other main thing that happened is that they didn't foul SGA. He had 0 free throw attempts, which is a huge part of his game. He's one of the league leaders, if not the league leader in free throws per game. So I don't know if that was some defensive strategy. If SGA just decided to take more jumpers that game instead of like kind of get to the rim, I couldn't figure out. I mean, I was only watching parts of it and then highlights afterwards. So, it's just kind of crazy. But Luka played well. Their defense played well. That team doesn't have. I know they have Chet and Hartenstein, but they're not like. They don't have like a big that's gonna to really impose his will down low on them. So I think the Lakers can match up decently with their forwards, their defensive forwards. So
he just doesn't have the meat. He's no Shaq, right?
Oh, Chet. That's what I'm saying. Chet's tall, but he doesn't have the.
He's no Shaq.
No,
just another Sean Bradley.
He's a guy who can he'll front you. He'll front you, take you off the dribble, but he's not backing anybody down or anything like that. So
exactly.
The Lakers match up pretty well with them because of that.
I mean,
OKC, they really want
Lakers. You think Lakers go to the finals, Andrew?
I think OKC.
Because last week I think you said they could beat Denver, and now you're saying they could beat OKC. So who? No,
season,
I'm literally asking. I'm just asking. Are they your favorite?
So let's just put it this way. I think there's only a few teams that can win a championship. Probably 6 teams this season that I could see winning the championship, and I think Lakers are on that list. But in order, I actually think the Celtics and OKC are the most likely.
But you just said Lakers would match up better versus OKC.
So here's the key. Like the Lakers can match up well with OKC. OKC. The way they win that series is just being younger and faster. They have to just like be better athletes than the Lakers and just run. And I think that they'll cause the Lakers a lot of problems that way. But if they get slowed down, I think Luka and LeBron can win that series. So
You think Lakers have better coaching than Nuggets? The
Don't
Nuggets
start
are
it, John.
OKC?
Don't start this, John.
I just want to hear it.
Wait.
You told me I was
Depending
being
on your
quiet.
answer,
Oh,
I may
okay.
run inside and smack you, depending on your answer there. So
Yes.
Isn't OKC's coach? I mean, isn't he the favorite to win Coach of the Year? Probably, like, or maybe actually, I bet it's what's his face from the Cavs. He's probably the favorite because they were kind of unexpectedly
I don't
winning
know,
this
man.
many games.
The Pistons have the biggest turnaround, to be honest with you. They won 14 games last year, and now we're making the playoffs.
But Monty Williams gave us like the most historically worst coaching performance we've ever seen in the NBA last season. Like, I've never seen anything so bad. And I like Monty Williams. I don't know what happened to him, if he was having some mental breakdown or something, but I don't know. And then the Cavs, and I guess the Pistons got their roster got a lot better too. They got Dennis Schroeder, they got Tim Hardaway Jr., they got Tobias Harris, they got some guys that are real vets who actually know how to play. So, but yeah, it
Lakers suck. Did you hear that in the echo of Andrew's phone?
Oh man. So we got what in the Western Conference, we still have the 5 through 8 seeds still tied with the same record.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like it's like it's literally anybody's.
It's wild that Memphis went from like 5th to 8th.
Right.
Because Memphis has a losing record against every winning team in the NBA. So they have 0 tiebreakers. You know what I mean? Like, they have to have a better record or they're going to be literally the 8th seed. They were the 2 seed not so long ago.
Right.
Good thing they fired their coach so they could suck worse. I mean, great
right
idea,
before
guys.
the playoffs.
Right before the playoffs.
This was the worst move you could have possibly made. Or really, the coach. I mean, at least with your head coach in there, at what he keeps the culture, right? Like even if he's making boneheaded play calls, at least he's keeping the culture. I don't know. Now they just kind of look lost. I mean, it's hard to explain.
Here's the thing. Like, I think one of their biggest problems all season was they were trying to push a different philosophy that he didn't agree with. And then I think he got let go because he started bringing back all the high pick and rolls and all the things that worked in the past for them, which started working again. And I don't get it. The team didn't want it. They let him go. And now they're an 8th seed. Like, at this point, I bet they wish they could just get a lottery pick, honestly. Like, just get out of there because you aren't winning anything from that position. How crazy is that, though? All those teams all lined up like that.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers have a chance at a title run. I think it largely depends on their matchup and where they end up seeding, where the Western Conference seeds out. Because I mean,
okay, who are you for the Lakers? Who are besides OKC? Who's the toughest matchups for them?
I'm gonna be honest. I think Houston would match up very well with them, only because they play defense. I mean, they're scrappy. They get under your skin, right? And it's not just the players; it's the players and the coach. Like LeBron proved that when they were playing them and got into it with them. Like, what are you yapping at the coach for? Like, come on.
He didn't like what he said to his players.
Right. I'm like, come on.
It was interesting.
But I think Houston, especially in a series, right? Like you're looking for certain advantages. You're probably switching up stuff defensively. You're probably not going to play the same game, twice. Now JJ probably will have stuff drawn up. Like I'm not counting him out on that.
The Lakers did just beat Houston, though. Just throwing that out there. But
I'm
well regular
aware.
season gonna be different than playoffs, though. That's for sure. I tell
I'm well aware.
Just wait till they get playoff LeBron.
If playoff LeBron shows up, like if Luka shows up, like okay, if they show up and just stop the whining, they could go on a title run.
Yep.
Right.
I'll
But
agree
once
with
they
that.
just start whining about not getting calls, like it almost trickles down to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only reason why, dude, Austin Reeves helps the team, right? Because he's just gonna shoot whatever.
It's crazy to me that Austin Reeves. I know we always talk about how these Laker role players get overhyped and stuff, but like this guy's legitimately scoring. He's averaging 20 points a game this season, and in the last like 20-ish, he's been averaging more closer to. He's been averaging about 25 a game, and he's on the floor with Luka and LeBron. And they're still running the offense through him on certain. They're calling plays for him to run the offense. And
Right.
to me, that's just like
you
LeBron,
trust him.
Luka, and Redick all trust him like
Yeah,
he's one of them. So
definitely.
the guy is definitely different than
Yep.
he's better than
Sure.
I joked around he would be. Like that's the crazy thing about Austin Reeves.
I just think certain teams play differently in a series, right? That's why to me, you have to have the right matchups. If your team gets the right matchups, it's the same thing as football. You got to have the right matchups, just a little bit of luck.
So for the Lakers, I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong on this. For them, their matchups I'm most concerned about are the Warriors, and this is besides OKC. I think OKC is a problem for every single person. They just the way they've beaten teams this season is incredible. But the teams I'm most concerned about for the Lakers is OKC, Minnesota, and the Clippers.
Minnesota.
I don't know
would have been my
why,
number
but I'm
two.
more nervous about those teams. Not as much Minnesota, but those two teams, especially the Warriors and the Clippers, than I am about the Nuggets this year. I don't think the Nuggets.
Really?
I'm just not worried about them anymore. Since we got
Okay.
Luka, it's been like we just been every time we play them, we just beat them, and it's not even. I mean, I know it's 2 games, but it just looks
we do this
different.
We do this every year with the Chiefs. And we're like, oh, yeah, Chiefs are going to lose. They don't match up well, blah, 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 blah. They get into the playoffs, and somehow the Chiefs just become the Chiefs. Now, I get it. Like, Denver.
The Nuggets, though, like, this
they
year,
haven't
they have
played.
Westbrook, man. I'm sorry.
I
Did you see
that.
those crunch minutes with Westbrook?
Yes.
Like, it was terrible,
you're not wrong.
right?
You're not wrong,
And
but does Murray
Jamal
wake
Murray's
up?
been
Though?
injured. What's that?
No,
That's been a bigger
you're right.
problem.
He's been injured, but I mean, can he be healthy for the playoffs? Like, if he's healthy for the playoffs, they're dangerous, man.
I agree. I just think that the Jimmy Butler Curry Warriors are tougher for the Lakers.
Okay.
Those two guys aren't nervous about playing Luka and LeBron at all. Zero fear in them. And then the Clippers, it's weird to say. I know like they've been kind of a weird season, but if Kawhi plays and he's healthy and Harden plays, like
You just jinxed it. How
I'm
dare
sorry,
you?
dude. I'm knock on
How dare you?
Like those guys to me, that team to me could be more dangerous. Norman Powell, dude, that guy if he's playing, the guy's averaging 22 a game. Did you know that? Freaking
Yeah.
Norman
Yes.
Powell is averaging
Oh,
22
yeah.
a game off the bench. Like that guy's been playing amazing all season. So
Well, Paul George gets out of the way, and some Zubats gets a double in almost every game, and Powell's been going off. So
yeah, I don't know. Kawhi makes me more nervous than Segun. You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry, he
yeah.
does. Kawhi
That's
makes
fair.
me more nervous.
I know
So-
several Clippers that would come off the bench and score 20.
Oh no, he's talking about Ben Simmons.
No,
Just kidding.
no, I'm not this season.
Dang, man,
I'm
that's
just
messed
saying.
up.
I've known several Clippers that would come off the bench and score at least 20. Lou Williams would always come off the bench.
Jamal
Go
Crawford,
hot. And Crawford, yeah.
Yeah, they like
Crawford, 6 man of the year, man.
6 man. Yeah.
Multiple times.
It's good. It's a good thing to have, man. So, yeah, for me, that's if I look at every team. Okay, OKC, I think their toughest matchup. a team that could actually run with them, I think is like the Nuggets. That's like a bad matchup for them, or the Lakers. I think those are like be the toughest teams for them. Houston, I think. I don't think Houston can beat the Warriors. I don't think they can beat. I don't think they could even beat the Clippers. I don't think they can beat OKC or Lakers. Like I don't know. That's just where I'm at there. So to me, there's only 6 teams that can win the championship this season right now that I would say.
And 2 of them are in the East.
Celtics and Cavs are definitely
Yeah.
Celtics and
Only
Cavs.
2 of them are
100%.
in the East. Yeah. Yep.
Celtics and Cavs, and then I have OKC, Lakers, Warriors, and Nuggets. Those are the 6 teams I think that could win it all.
So you think the Nuggets could win it all, but you don't think they could beat the Lakers? Here's my deal,
dude. You said it though. Matchups.
Exactly. If they get the right matchups in throughout the the rest of the playoffs, I think they could go through.
Yeah.
But until the Lakers end up beating Denver in a series, am I going to take the Lakers? And I'm
2020, man. They did it in 2020.
Oh,
I don't think there was a Jamal Murray though.
There wasn't.
I think he was injured. Yeah,
he was injured, and don't even count the what was it? The what did they call it? The NBA champion.
It's the hardest championship
the
to
NBA,
win, man.
You only got to win one game. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
Oh, you're talking about the
mid-season cup.
The mid-season? No, they played a series against them and they beat them in 2020 to win the championship that year. But
wasn't a full squad. I'm saying, full squad. As soon as they got Jamal Murray back, all of a sudden it was a different story.
Yeah, the Nuggets are just missing pieces, though, man. They had KCP, who was a huge part of their lineup. They don't have that replaced. Braun's not as good as KCP. Guy. Yeah, Braun's not as good. Westbrook ain't that. Not the right person that they need. It's just a different team without some of those role players. They had Bruce Brown too. He played great for the Nuggets. He got like $20 million after that season they won.
Porter Jr.
Then got bounced around the league.
Is Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon healthy?
Yeah, they're playing pretty well. Yeah, with those, you're right. Jamal Murray comes back with those 4 guys. They can hang with anybody. That's true.
Just saying. Don't count him out.
Christian Braun can turn it on at any point in time. I've seen him do that multiple times this year. I think that kid's good. Now he's not gonna take over the game. He'll get 20 points maybe, but I mean he can get like 7 assists and 9-10 rebounds. He can do it. He can be a double guy every once in a while. And if you need that every one game a series, that helps, right? Murray's healthy, he can throw up 27, 30 points. Right? Jokic is almost always good for 45 plus RPA, right?
Dude,
he's a monster.
Okay, he's the best international player of all time, right? Like no question.
I'm not gonna say nothing
else. I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah. Is he better than Hakeem?
I think so.
I think he's more versatile than Hakeem.
Yeah.
He's better than Dirk.
Oh, I like Dirk a lot.
think about it. He has 3
MVPs. I think yes, but I really like Dirk though.
I love Dirk, but like Jokic, I used to be like, oh, Dirk's a better shooter, but I don't know. Jokic literally shoots 50% from the 3-point line, and he shoots a clip,
ugly
like a high clip. So I'm like, oh, maybe Jokic is just better. He's the best international player, right?
Fair enough.
Yes.
Who else is it?
Maybe. I mean, depends on what you want. You want championships or you want MVPs?
Well, I mean,
he's got the Nuggets have one, don't they? Jokic he only has one though, right?
Jokic has one. Dirk has one. Hakeem has 2. That's true.
I mean,
but Jokic still has more time.
How many does Timmy have?
Does he? Are we counting him as a foreign player?
Virgin Islands, man.
The Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands. Come on, you got U.S. in the name, right?
Not part of the mainland.
That's true, I guess, but I'll take Timmy. I'll still take Timmy over Jokic.
Yeah,
Over Jokic.
If that was
I probably would too, man.
if that's the thing, but I don't consider him an international player.
All right.
But I think Jokic 1-on-1 with Hakeem. I think Jokic wins. I do.
Oh, one-on-one? I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like, how many moves can you see Hakeem doing? Everything's under the basket.
Correct.
Dude, a dream.
Yeah, but
Dream
everything's
shake?
under the basket. Jokic doesn't care if you score or not. He's going to get in front of you.
Here's the
make a
thing about
difference.
Hakeem.
Jokic
If
can
he
dribble
played-
too. Crazy
Yeah,
enough, like
exactly.
as a big man, he can dribble. Like Hakeem couldn't. Like it's like a 1-2, and then he's so big, he's just dunking on somebody.
To me, Hakeem playing in today's NBA would shoot threes. Period. Like I think he's that skilled. Like, but
Bro said St. Croix, baby.
is he talking?
He served his mission out there in St. Croix.
Oh, nice.
No. Was it St. Thomas or St. Croix? I know Timmy's from St. Croix.
Yeah.
His mug is like right there once you get off the airport. Is it like Timmy's mug? Welcome to St. Croix. What in the world? Anywho, NFL draft is coming up.
Can I read something for you guys real quick for the draft?
Of course.
There's two teams that messed up last year. 49ers are one of them. So the 49ers forfeited their 2025 fifth-round pick due to administrative payroll accounting error from the 2022 league year. So they're getting punished 3 years later. And the second team is the Atlanta Falcons. They forfeited their 2025 fifth-round pick after the NFL found the team violated the league's anti-tampering policy in the signing of 3 free agents in the 2024 offseason. I wanted to share that before you start going on the draft.
Ooh.
In 2024.
Oh.
Who did they sign? Who are the 3 guys?
So let's talk about the Cowboys real quick, because I kind of went back and forth with a couple of viewers of the podcast on the Joe Milton trade. Cowboys ended up trading a 5th-round pick for Joe Milton and a 7th-round pick.
I would do it.
So
I would do it.
Cowboys end up sending a 5th-round pick for Joe Milton and a 7th-round pick.
Yep.
John, Drew, I want to know what your takes are. Good trade, bad trade.
Good trade.
Tell me
Good
more
trade.
about Joe Milton.
He can throw 90 yards flat-footed. He can throw 90 yards flat-footed. Yeah, and I like. There's plenty. You can Google it, do whatever you want to do. You can see it. Pretty accurate. I think he needs game speed. Like he needs more reps, right? I think if he gets more reps and a really good quarterback coach, I think they can make him do something. Or I think he has the ability to do something. I like him a lot.
Oh, I like Joe Milton. I don't know if it was worth the trade, but I like Joe Milton. Here's my thought.
They got a 7th back, right?
Yeah, they got a 7th back. But how many 7th-round picks? I know you got Brock Purdy right off the top of your head. But how many 7th-round picks? I mean, my favorite guy, right? My dude came out of the 7th round. But that was after he said, there's no way I'm playing, right? And whatever, I'm going to the MLB, right? So now, how many? I guess my take was, look, the Cowboys have a lot of holes. They're still, even with the trade, even if he outplays Dak, they're still the 8th best team in the NFC.
Sure.
So, well, are they trying to? What if they're trying to blow it up at this point? I mean, but the Cowboys, do they ever blow it up? Like, I don't know if that's
they just signed a Dak extension for 4 years, and I think it was $240 million. That was last year. I mean, they did that deal last year. So if they were trying to, I'm like, I don't know very many teams that are going to want to take that contract.
Raiders.
But Dak gets hurt a lot, so you almost have to have a backup, right? And I mean, that's how I looked at it. I looked at it like Dak's a 50-50 to get hurt after week 8. And I don't want to jinx nobody, anybody to get hurt. But Dak's a 50-50. So I'm going to put somebody who I'd want to work with and try to develop. I would. I personally like it. And it's a 5th round pick. You're not wrong. But you do get some sort of compensation back in your 7th. Now, again, like you said, maybe the 7th rounder isn't or doesn't normally pan out. But could you get somebody who's hurt right now who should be a 4th or 5th round pick, and they're going to drop to the 7th because they're hurt, and maybe you take a chance on them? Sometimes you got to take a couple flyers. Now, I hate the Cowboys, and I don't really say that lightly. Like I cannot stand the Cowboys, but we'll be fair on the podcast and say I don't think it's a horrible trade, right? I think you can do something with this guy. I think he needed to get out of New England. I thought that was a horrible pick for New England, right? So I don't like that he's on the Cowboys because he has the ability to be great. And I think if they get a quarterback's coach around him that's really strong and can really tighten his mechanics, I think they can do something with him.
I think he's got a lot of upside for sure. Like even after Penix got drafted, I was like, dude, Raiders can take a shot with him, right? Just take a shot. I could something we can work with. And this is no knock on Milton at all.
Sure.
But I don't know. As a GM, I would have wanted to keep the 5th, right? Yeah. I get what we're going to develop him for 4 years or maybe 3. I looked at Dak's history. He's hurt or plays half the games every other season, which last season was that season, right? So this season, he should be healthy and play every single game. I'm like, it seems like every even year he gets hurt and every odd year he plays every game. But even if he does get hurt, okay, he does get hurt. Do I see the Cowboys even making the playoffs, even if Joe steps in? Not necessarily. I would have wanted to keep that 5th round picks. Now, Tyreek came out of the 5th round. Kittle came out of the 5th round.
Sure.
I mean, we can run the numbers. There's so many hits in the 5th round. Even if it wasn't a backup quarterback, I'm not even arguing that they need a backup quarterback. They clearly need a backup, right? But I'm looking to fill holes at this time. I had 10. If we look back at some of the dynasties that were made, they were made because of injury. Even in the NBA. Think about it. The Warriors dynasty came because Steph got hurt. Right? They won 70 games. Steph got hurt. He couldn't sign the max deal that he wanted to sign. And so it left some extra money on the table for them to sign KD. Oh, snap. Here we go. Now, no team that won 70 games should have room to sign a player like KD. Right? But it happened. Same thing with shoot. Now it's just leaving me. But it kind of goes on. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was hurt before they drafted Magic. That's how they got that lottery pick. Is because Kareem was hurt. They did terrible, and then got a lottery pick and ended up with Magic, and next year won the championship.
And then they did it. They got James Worthy too that season.
Yeah, that same season.
Imagine getting 2, not that same season, but that same decade, I guess. I imagine getting 2 first number 1 pick, high quality players like that in your decade with you already having Kareem on your team. That's pretty insane.
It's just wild to me. Like, to me, right now would be the time for them to fill their holes because they did terrible last year, right? You should have theoretically higher draft picks, positions, basically, right? In each round, to go after hopefully some better quality players, and then run with them on their rookie contracts. still have enough to sign a decent. I mean, there's still a ton of decent backups. I mean, Joe Flacco's still proving he's playing some okay ball, right? There's a lot of guys still out there that need work. If I remember right, if I looked at the list of free agent quarterbacks still out there, there were about 5 of them that I was like, I mean, he's serviceable. They're not going to, they might be able to get us to the playoffs, but they're not going to win any games. Which is,
but I wonder if the Cowboys think like that, right? So there's a couple of things I can think of. So do you bring Joe Milton in for competition? Maybe, maybe not, right? But I would say for as many playoff games that Dak has lost, yeah, they signed the extension, but I mean, maybe they're thinking this might be their way out, right? Who knows? Because if Joe does something right on the Cowboys, and for some reason the Cowboys say, "Hey, well, can we trade Dak for compensation?" Well, there you go. But maybe they need to see it for themselves, right? And then maybe they don't get their compensation up front for Joe; they'll get it on the back end of when what they trade for Dak. Or again, like I said, like maybe they bring Joe in for the competition, and maybe hopefully, I guess that helps Dak, do better than what he's doing.
well, hopefully. I think the Cowboys haven't done Dak, haven't done good by him. To be honest with you, I think the coaching has been kind of sketchy, and the decision making coming from the top has been kind of shaky, especially with the latest coaching hire, which we had no idea that Schottenheimer was even a option at head coach. They just keep going, man. I'm trying to vouch for him. I really am. I'm like, I want to see you guys do good. I mean, I don't like bringing up the fact that, hey, Jalen Hurts was born, grew up, went to college, got into the NFL, went to a NFC title game, won that, and won the Super Bowl, all before you guys made it back to an NFC championship game. Like that's a long time. I mean, obviously, I got no room to talk, right? I'm a Raider fan. No room to talk whatsoever. Oh my gosh. It is too much, man. It's just too much. I needed something. We went back and forth in comments for a while. So then somebody asked me, okay, well, where would you rank Dak if you were to rank the quarterbacks? And I'm like, wait, like NFC quarterbacks? Just the NFC quarterbacks? I still take him like 5th, 6th, maybe?
Yeah, for regular season, not for playoffs.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, right now in just the NFC, I'm going Jaden Daniels, right? Who did I have down? I wrote down a whole list, and I was like, dude, I'll take Jaden Daniels. I'll even take Goff. If you compare Goff's stats to,
I'm with you on that.
To Dak's, I'm
100%.
taking Goff all day long. I ended up having, let's see, those two. Who am I missing? I had Hurts below him, below Dak. But still, as a quarterback, yes. If I were just ranking quarterbacks, okay, I had Daniels, Goff.
You
Stafford.
mean active, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Active quarterbacks in just the NFC.
I'm taking Jordan Love over Dak.
Exactly. I'm taking Jordan Love. Oh, that's who I had. Love, Stafford, and heck, man,
I'm taking Purdy over Dak too. I don't even care.
I'm taking Purdy too.
I'm taking Purdy over Dak.
Purdy made it to the Super Bowl, man. I don't even. Yeah. Has Dak won a playoff game yet? I don't even know.
Now there is an argument about him having more weapons than than Dak has. But like that's my point.
Not
Was
last
the
season.
trade worth it?
So here's what gets
You
me
need the
though. So like
weapons.
Dak had who? Dak had
Ezekiel.
he had Zeke, he had
He had Amari
Michael
Cooper,
Gallup,
Michael
Amari
Gallup,
Cooper. He had
and
I don't know.
CD.
Did he have Dez? Did he have Dez Bryant? I don't know. I want to say
Probably.
yes, but even if he didn't, he had CD Lamb. Like the Niners have not had 3 respectable receivers at one point in time. Like Juwan Jennings, don't get me wrong, I love him, but people don't know who that is, right? Maybe now, but he was not a household name. It was Debo and Ayuk, and then Kittle, our tight end. The Cowboys even had a tight end too. So I'm like I hear what you're saying. You're saying the Cowboys front office hasn't done good by him in terms of coaching, but he has had weapons. Like I give him no slack about that. He has had weapons, and his offensive line, at least one of the years that he's played, was a top 5 offensive line. Like I can't.
Top 5. Easy.
What else do you want? I don't know what else other than a better coach. I get it.
Right.
But I give Dak zero sympathy. Zero from a Niner fan. Zero sympathy. Sorry. 4th and 7, and you're gonna run it. Get out of here.
I love it. I love it. Anywho, you just proving my point, John. That's why I love you. Wasn't taking Dak until I think 5th or I think I had him either 5th or 6th on the list that I wrote back. I'm like, I mean, honestly, if I'm ranking quarterbacks, this is where I'd be going. Too much, guys. Just too much. Hey, by the way, looking forward to Thursday.
Yeah.
When the JAMM Packed PGA Cup opens up, and it's a good thing TeslaMase ain't on here to talk smack.
Yeah, because it was.
I need him to teach me how to golf, so gotta be nice to him all week.
Me too.
Send little text messages saying thank you for
happy faces.
Yeah, smiley faces.
I love it. No, we'll get it recorded. It'll be recorded. We'll have a video out soon. We probably won't be able to stream live because that'll be pretty tough to do. But it should be a lot of fun. Yes, looking forward to it. If you're still watching, please subscribe to us on YouTube at JAMM Packed Podcast. Click on that notification button to view us live. We are live when I say live, I mean alive, right? Not so much awake, but alive. Every Monday night at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I love you too, Uncle Drew.
I'm alive, guys.
As always, man, until next week, we hope you enjoyed this episode of JAMM Packed. Until next week, be kind to one another. Be safe out there, and we'll see you guys later. All right, brothers. We'll see you later.